What is up, everybody? This is Bumblebee and Red. I trust bringing you the first of the Elite Four battles. Yes. So, as you can see, it's 20 minutes, almost 21. I know not everybody likes watching 21-minute videos, and I sure the fuck don't like narrating 21 minutes of a battle. And you guys probably don't like watching it, but I'm asking you to please watch it, because I felt this battle should be the way it was and not sped up just because it was so damn good. It is against the Psychic Elite Four member. He was the first Elite Four member I challenged, and his name is Shaymin. Shaymin 22, and it was a hell of a good battle. What can I say? As you can see, I'm using a variant of my old UU Sun team. Really, with this battle, the battle's about to be starting, but really we both knew we had to be on our A game, because I knew that he was supposed to be good, and he knew that I was good. So it was basically, we were going to have to know each other's moves. We were going to have to try to just be at the top of our game and play better than we'd ever played before. And that's kind of how it went. So as you can see, I'm going to lead off with the Dawn Fan, because Dawn Fan on the Sun team is obvious to be led with, and he's going to lead with an Azelf, and he goes for the Fire Blast, and I'm like, hey, are you using a Choice Scarf Azelf with Modest? Are you? Because that's my Azelf, and I know you watch my battles, but I think he said that he wasn't, and that's alright, but he does get the crit. It's not really going to matter, because unlike my UU Sun team, this is not carrying Moltres, so it does not have the need to get Stealth Rocks out of there. I just want the Stealth Rocks up for residual damage, so stuff like Venusaur can OHKO stuff. And I know that Dawn Fan's basically dead, and I don't want to switch into anything to take that fucking thing's move, so I decided I'll just go for an Ice Shard and see how that turns out for me. And Ice Shard doesn't do very much. If he had a Sash, it broke it. But yeah, so I go on in my Fox and Hound, which is Vulpix, and I'm like, alright, it's time to get the sun up. That's probably not the smartest thing I could have done when this thing's like throwing Fire Blasts at me. But it goes for the taunt, and yeah, that definitely wasn't the smartest thing I could have done, because my Vulpix has no fucking attack moves whatsoever, so I am forced to switch out, and I just gave his Azelf the Sun with the Fire Blast. So I take it as I'm going to have to go into the only thing I know can take a Fire Blast safely, which is my Snorlax. And see, now he gets his own rocks up, and it's really doesn't matter, because like the old UU Sun team, like I said before, this doesn't have a Moltres or anything that's quad weak to fire. It's just Dawn Fan on there just to get rocks up, and maybe Rapid Spin him away if I don't want him. But he goes for Thunderbolt, which was honestly it wasn't really the smartest choice he could have did. Even though I do have Thick Fat, Fire Blast still would have done probably more with its base attack, and the way that the sun was up, it probably would have done more. But I used Body Slam, and I am able to take out the Azelf after one curse, I believe, and he brings out Gliscor. Now I know my Snorlax is not going to be able to do anything to Gliscor, so I take it upon myself to switch out and go into my Slowbro. And Slowbro's awesome. Him and Snorlax are my main walls, you know, special defense. And this is a regeneration Slowbro. Regeneration is not illegal. It's not an illegal Dream Road, if you don't know. But yeah, he goes for Swords Dance, and that really scares me, because if he is packing the Thunderfang, I really don't know how much it will do. And he does Thunderfang right here, and I'm hoping for the best, and that actually turns out a lot better than it could have been. And why I went for the second Calm Mind, I think that I was thinking he would go for another Swords Dance, just because he would know how bulky that Slowbros are, and they can take nearly any physical hit at full health, no matter what the boost is on the other poke. So he goes for another Swords Dance here, and I am fucking punching myself in the head, because I was contemplating on putting Ice Beam on my Slowbro, but I didn't. As you can see right there, that's my old Slowbro, except for this one has module changes. I went for the Fire Blast, because this was on my old UU Sun team, and it had Fire Blast. Fire Blast, Ice Beam, Slack Off, and Toxic, but on this one, it has Calm Mind, Slack Off, Fire Blast, and, what else? Oh, Psychic, yeah, Psychic. But yeah, so I go for the second Fire Blast, and the second Fire Blast does a shit ton of damage, and I'm like, yes, I hit it, and I was able to live a +4 Thunder Fang. You don't know how that feels to know, to tell somebody that your water Pokemon just lived a +4 fucking Thunder Fang. So I go into my fucking Tom. The reason it's called Tom is because it's a guy I used to know. His name was Tom. He loved using Venusaur, and his Venusaur was deadly as fuck. This isn't the set. This isn't the set. His Venusaur was a stalling one. This is a sweeping one. But still, I think it should have been named after him just because his Venusaur was awesome. So I go for a fucking Solar Beam here, not wanting to get the growth up because I know he's probably packing Fire Fang or Ice Fang, and I don't want to stick around for either of those. So I just want to get the Solar Beam off, and I'm like 100% sure that from that health my Solar Beam would kill, and it does. So now it's really the thing of, yeah, can I sweep? He goes into his Halloween. What he doesn't know is that I am packing the Hidden Power Ground, and I am going to outspeed because of the Chlorophyll boost, so that is fucking awesome. Hidden Power Ground, you may be asking, why Hidden Power Ground? Why not something like Ice? Because I wanted a Ground-type move, but I didn't want to make this a mixed Venusaur. I didn't want to put Earthquake on it, so I said, fuck it, Hidden Power Ground. And Hidden Power Ground works out for me right there because I am able to kill the thing off easily. I think my Venusaur's moves right now are Growth, Solar Beam, Sludge Bomb, and Hidden Power Ground. I'll have to check that later, but I will not be using this the whole thing. So I'm expecting him to think that I'll switch out here, so I decide I'll go for a Growth. Thing is I think he was expecting me to switch out, so he went for the Thunder Wave. Either that, or he knew that I would stay in and he went for the Thunder Wave. Either way, it was a good choice. Switching out or staying in, it was a good move on his part, because he just cripples my fucking Venusaur and I can no longer do anything. So now I know I have to get the Solar Beam off. If I can get one Solar Beam off on this thing, I can probably come in with my Dragonite and revenge kill the fuck out of it. But yeah, that doesn't work out because he goes for the Ice Beam. I live it with 1 HP, and I'm like, yeah, 1 HP, bitch, what do you want? And then I get paralyzed, and I'm like, oh, well, fuck you. So now I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to switch out. Might as well leave him in there to die from the Ice Beam. Just get a free switch in, because he will die coming back into the rocks. Fuck, what was I about to say? Yeah, so I switch back into Dumb Mofo, knowing that I can basically take an Ice Beam very easily. I know he does not have the Toxic now. And yeah, but I didn't get to do the team preview thing, but the things on his team that scared me like hell the most was Cresselia and Cresselia and what the fuck else? What was the other Pokemon on his team? Cresselia and Victini. Those two scared the living shit out of me, just because Cresselia is an awesome wall. But yeah, right there I predicted him to either go for an Ice Beam or a Thunder Wave like a dumbass, or I predicted him to be smart and switch out, so I just got a free slack off. So now I'm predicting him to go for either Solar Beam or Energy Ball, preferably Solar Beam, so I go in Rick Rouse. Rouse. And Rick Ross is gonna fucking tank this Solar Beam that's coming like a complete boss. Boss. If you guys don't know who Rick Ross is, just look a picture of him up. It's great. And I fucking love making fun of him, oh god. But yeah, he goes into his Victini and I'm like, oh, yeah. This thing, yeah. But yeah, I was talking earlier about how I gave the Sun to him, and that was not smart of me to do. It really didn't matter because, as you guys saw, he had the Ninetales on his team, and the Ninetales would have got the Sun up eventually. So it really didn't matter which one of us got the Sun up. So yeah, even though I had the Sun up, I really didn't give his Victini any advantages because he had the Victini on a Sun team. And yeah. And that Cresselia also benefits from the Sun very well just because it has Moonlight and it restores more HP a turn than it normally would, and that is fucking annoying. That just makes Cresselia even 10 times more annoying. So, I go for Will-O-Wisp. Doesn't hit at all. I'm like, alright. And I actually like his Ninetales name, Firefox. Simple, but it's a video game name, so yeah. I think it's a video game name. Oh, I'm thinking Star Fox. Never mind. Fuck it. Whatever. I'm stupid. It's like 1 in the morning. So I go into Dragonite because, yeah, the Vulpix was just in there just to take a hit. And I know that I can take out this fucking thing easily with probably a Dragon Claw or an Earthquake. But I don't go for Earthquake just in case he wants to switch into the Cresselia, and it would do no damage, so I decided to just go for the safe Dragon Dance on the switch out. I decided to go for the safe Dragon Dance because I know he'll switch out, and I can get at least +1 just in case, you know, if he wants to stay in, I can take anything it throws at me, but if he switches out, I can get a free Dragon Dance. And I go for Fire Punch here, just like, yeah, I got the boost, Dragon Claw probably won't do much, and I got the Fire boost, so might as well, right? Might as well. And yeah, I get a crit, and it still doesn't fucking kill the Cresselia, and this is where Cresselia just becomes a little bitch, because I completely love using Cress, but I hate facing it. It's like the most bulky Pokemon ever. How it is RU, I do not know. Well, whatever it is now, I don't even know what the fuck it is at the moment. I think it's RU, but I go for, he paralyzes me, and that's basically a fuck you to my face. And I go for Dragon Claw, just hoping it will kill, and it doesn't. I should have went for the Fire Punch. I probably could have killed this thing off right there. But he gets a Moonlight, and as you can see, Moonlight is going to recover him way past half, because the sunlight is up, and yeah. So now I'm basically like, alright, this crest spells certain doom to me. If I can't get this thing out of the way, it is just going to wall the fuck out of my team. The only thing that has a chance of going mono-y-mono with it is Snorlax. But with that Victini, if Victini is still in the way, I don't remember if Victini is still in the way, that is not going to happen, because he will just come in with Victini and just completely make me switch out to Slowbro, and it will just be certain death for Slowbro too, because even though Slowbro is a defensive wall, that Cross Thunder or whatever it is that fucking Victini has does a shit ton. So now he's basically just stalling with me here, and I'm like, oh really, you're really gonna do that? You're really gonna start a stall war with me? Really? Do you know who I am? Do you know who the fuck I am? You don't want to start a stall war with me, dude. Just stop. Just fucking kill off this Dragonite already. You do not want a stall war with me on your hands. You don't want it. And I'm like really getting pissed now. But I get the Fire Punch off and he gets burned, and I'm like, alright. Alright, just kill me off with the Ice Beam, because you're really not gonna like this. And he goes for another Moonlight, I think, here. Yup. And I'm like, alright. Alright, I gave you your chances, okay. You do not want a stall war with me. And that is 100% true. So, now I'm paralyzed, and I'm like, alright, he's gonna kill me off here, and this is where his shitstorm will begin. He goes for the Ice Beam. Alright, you killed off my Dragonite, that's cool, dude. That's alright, I have no problem with that. Now I only have 2 Pokemon left, if I'm counting correctly, Slowbro and Snorlax, because Donphan's dead, Vulpix is dead, Venusaur's dead, and Dragonite is now dead. So the only 2 Pokemon left on my team are my 2 walls, and he just stalled with me, so I go into Ricky Rose. And I'm like, alright, dude, you're gonna wish you never stalled with me, because this is where the shitstorm of stalling is gonna begin. You don't know who you just fucked with. He switches out and he goes into Victini, and I'm like, yeah, saw that coming. Boom, body slam to your fucking face. And, or rest? Okay. Well, that made me look stupid. Well then. This is awkward. Very awkward. So I wake up because of my chest ovary, and I switch out and go into Slowbro, and yeah, it's awkward. But anyways, back to the battle. Oh, I love doing that shit. But anyways, he goes for the V-Generate. And yeah, but that really was an awkward moment, because I really did think I went for the fucking body slam. But now he gets a speed drop, and I'm like, alright, fuck you, Victini. Fuck you in your little face, you little fucking bitch, because you get your speed drop, your defense drop, your special defense drop, your everything little drop, and I fucking hate you. But yeah, it's gonna die to its life orb, and I'm good with that. There ain't shit happening, ain't shit wrong with that to me. I like things dying because of Life Orb. Life Orb saves my ass most of the time on other people's Pokemon. Understand, now, oh yeah, this is what I was thinking, oh yeah. Alright, so I decide, okay, you know, I'm gonna go into my Rick Rouse, Ricky Rouse, hey, Rouse, I'm a boss. And he's gonna Solar Beam. Doesn't matter to me. Solar Beam all the fuck you want. Snorlax is gonna take it. Now, if you guys know me from back and forth gen, you will know that I would much rather stall you to death than sweep you. I would try to sweep, of course, but if the sweep didn't work, I would gladly stall you to death. And that was just how I played. Everybody who knew me back and forth gen and battled me knew that. They knew if they were facing me that they were most likely going to be facing a team of stallers, with probably about 2 sweepers. Since 5th gen, a lot of that has changed, since stalling doesn't really work out that much anymore in the higher tiers. I preferably try to stick to sweeping, or at least just picking off 2 Pokemon at a time with a sweeper. I don't need a full sweep. But here, all my sweepers are dead, and both of my walls are the only thing remaining, so I'm like, yeah, it's time to get into what I know best. And what I know best is stalling. So, I just decided to stall with him here. I could have started body slamming, you know, and probably got a crit. But, you know, I decided that he stalled it up with me and Dragonite, so I decided I'm gonna stall it up with him. Why the fuck not, right? Why not? He did it to me, why can't I do it to him? So he starts going for Ice Beams, and I start going for Curses, and I think right here, yeah, I go for another Curse right here, and now I'm like, alright, even with Thick Fat, a crit he gets probably won't kill, but, you know, he stalled with me, why not me stall with him? You know, why not? So, a crit probably won't kill, but it may come close. It may. So, you know, might as well. And he goes for a Thunder Wave, and I'm like, that's alright, man. Just do what you gotta do. That's cool with me, you know. You can go for your little Thunder Wave, because it really doesn't affect me. I'll just go for a rest with no Sleep Talk or Chesto Berry, and I'll sit here sleeping for 2 turns while you can't do shit to me. And, oh god, I think he figured out that I was just fucking with him by this point, like, just stalling, and it really was a fun battle. Neither one of us got pissed. It really was fun. I loved that he stalled with me, because for once in my fucking 5th gen career, it gave me a reason to stall, since everybody always hates against stalling, but since he sat there and stalled with my Dragonite like that, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get to stall this match, yeah! And, yeah, so, what you're about to watch is just 2 turns of a Snorlax sleeping. That's about it. A Cresselia using Ice Beam and a Snorlax sleeping. What more could you ask for? I mean, it's fucking awesome, and this was a very good battle in my eyes. I loved it. Maybe because I did get the stall? I don't know, but it was a really fun battle. One of the best I've had at D-Den so far. It's definitely in the top 3. So that's my second turn of sleeping. You know, my Ricky Rouse sitting there sleeping like a big old teddy bear. You know, Rouse. He's dreaming of Ricky Ross things like Rouse, Ricky Rouse, Rouse. But it's basically just fucking with each other by now, and he gets up some Calm Minds, I believe, like 2 Calm Minds, maybe 3, probably only 2, I think, maybe 3, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention right there, because I was talking about Ricky Rose, hey, Rose, Rick Rose, and then I wake up and I decide, well, why not go for another Curse, and I think he goes for another Calm Mind here, and right now he's either at +3 or +4, I really don't fucking know. I have not been counting his Calm Minds, and he finds it time that he spreads his wings like an angel, or spreads his wings like a good, like, Golbat or something, and he decides it's time that he starts attacking. And, yeah. And he goes for the Ice Beam, I guess expecting a huge amount of damage, and all that kind of stuff. Nope. Look at how Snorlax just completely fucking beasted that Ice Beam. I was in hysterics, crying, laughing because he's like, "All right, now the real match begins," and I was like, "Okay." But this, all kidding aside, this really was a good match, and I liked it, and I hope you guys did stick through the whole thing to watch it because it really is a fun match, and as you can see, I haven't been this excited about a match narrating it in a really long time, and I don't know why I'm so excited about narrating this match, but yeah, there's Body Slam, and that is the end of the match. It is a 2-0. He decided to stall with me, so I decided to stall with him, but all kidding aside, very good game, Shaymin 22. You guys should PM him and all that shit, but for now, I am out. I will say peace. Next battle up whenever I can get it done.